sword to the floor.
Hello everybody, what is up? My name is Killsteam. I am back with another new Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video for you guys today. This is mainly about Call of Duty in general. We're going to have a little bit of a discussion video, and it's going to be a little bit different than normal videos like I usually do. So it's going to be a little bit more of a discussion. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and ever since these recent things with Activision, I really have wanted to do a video like this. So without any further ado, I just wanted to start talking about the recent Call of Duty problems and issues that have been going on, and the community has been in outrage about the new Black Ops Pass, the new Black Ops 3 DLC 6 scandal they're pulling off, the new stuff in general of what they are doing with Call of Duty, with Activision. And the thing I wanted to point out before I actually start talking is that Treyarch wanted to have the community, us, free DLC. They were actually pushing for free DLC this year for Black Ops 4, but then Activision was like, no, we're going to change it up a little bit and call it the Black Ops Pass, and we're just going to make it to be a little bit different, and the only thing that we're changing about it is we're getting more content more often, but most likely it's going to be the same price, it's the same thing with a different name, and we get content more frequently, but it's the same thing. It's honestly the same thing, and it's even more ripped off because it's bundled with an edition. You can't get it separately until like some other point where you can buy the Black Ops Pass separately, and also you can't buy different contents of the Black Ops Pass separately from the whole whatever how much the Black Ops Pass costs, probably like around $40 to $60 in a whole, and it's really sucks. You can't get anything separate from that pass. And the Black Ops Pass in general, like the whole entire thing, is just a disgrace to Activision, that it's just so sad, because literally every other game out there that's coming out or that's out right now, like Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, but then the games coming out like Division 2, I believe Fallout 76 is supposed to have free DLC, Battlefield 5 has everything free, and they have no loot boxes inside their game, and they're promoting their game off of this. They're like marketing their game off of like no loot boxes, everything's free DLC, free this, free that, and their community isn't being split up. That's another thing. But then Activision just comes out here out of nowhere saying, oh, guess what, guys? We have a new season pass that you can get. It's called something different, but it's basically the same thing, and it's ripping you off even more because you can't buy the thing separately inside the contents of the pass. You can't buy the Black Ops Pass separately from the certain editions of the game. You have to wait a little bit till the game's already out, and we have no idea when the pass will be sold separately. But it's just such a disgrace to Activision. Like, they're promoting and marketing their game off of like a season pass. That's a big ripoff, while Battlefield over here is promoting their game off of a free thing. Free, no loot boxes, free this, free that, and it makes people go to their game more. And another thing that I wanted to touch on before, but I only said it like a quick second of it, is that they're splitting up the community. They're literally splitting the community right down the middle, because at first, before this Black Ops Pass was even announced, the community was already split up. We had zombies, that's one community. We had multiplayer, another community. We had Blackout now, another whole community. And now with this Black Ops Pass, it's even splitting up the community even more throughout the whole entire game modes. Even I don't know about Blackout. I don't think Blackout is really going to have a split community there, but multiplayer for sure because of the maps, zombies for sure because of the maps, and everything is just what they're doing is splitting up the community, while Battlefield is literally making the community bigger and putting them all in one spot so they grow as a community, and everyone just grows and grows and grows, more money, more audience. But then Activision over here splitting up the community, bringing out a new pass while everyone else is having free DLC. It's just so sad to see this company, Activision, still doing this old way of DLC. Now, while Activision is still splitting up the community, I don't think they're doing it as bad as other years. I mean, it's still really bad, but other years we had separate DLCs, and everyone bought like separate DLCs. Like, they bought DLC 1, DLC 2, oh, I'm gonna skip DLC 3, and then they got DLC 4. So those are like four, splitting up the community in fourths, basically. That's what they're doing. They're splitting them up in fourths, DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4, while now we have a whole pass. So whoever buys that pass will be in that one community of the DLC. You won't be having this one people who buys DLC 1, this other set of people who buys DLC 2. So that's really the only sort of good thing that we're getting out of this, and it's really the only thing that's really not splitting up the community, but it still is in a really, really big way, because now we have Blackout, which is a new game mode that most likely a lot of people are going to be on, because Battle Royale is a big trend this year. Also, another good thing that Treyarch is going to do this year, and they confirmed this after the whole Black Ops Pass people were going off about. They were freaking, it was like a whole uproar of the Black Ops Pass people were going crazy about. Treyarch came out and they said, along with the Black Ops Pass, they are also going to be doing free DLC, community events, and stuff like that along the side as well. So most likely, what Call of Duty World War II did, but probably even more expanded upon, because literally in every Call of Duty game we get some sort of new event system. We have it, it's awesome, and then the next year they do a little bit more expanding on it and make it even better. So Treyarch, I'm very excited to see what they're probably going to do. Most likely we're probably going to get some more new maps, free maps with these community events and new events that they're going to be doing, so pretty awesome to see that. But they still are giving DLC, like the heavy DLC, the big DLC behind this Black Ops Pass, and it's just such a scummy move to do nowadays. I can see if this happened like maybe 5 years ago, they did this Black Ops Pass, it would have been really, really cool. But nowadays everybody's just giving out free DLC, free that. Activision is just still holding back on this Black Ops Pass. They're not letting it go. They want to do a whole new version of the Season Pass, but still, it's going to cost you money, and you can't really buy it separately, and it's just really, really sad to see this going down with Black Ops 4, because I believe Treyarch are going to make a really good game. I mean, they always do. People are actually kind of sketchy about the multiplayer. People were sketchy back then with Black Ops 3, but look what it turned out to be, a really good multiplayer. In Black Ops 4, every time I watch it, every time I hear more about it, it just gets better and better. But still, Treyarch really does really good with their games, and they're changing up a lot of the Black Ops and Call of Duty formula, but it still feels like Call of Duty, it seems like, from what I've heard. But it's going to be 5v5, there's going to be a lot of new specialist abilities, specialist weapons and stuff like that in there. That's going to be really different in changing up the formula, how the game paces and stuff like that. It's going to be 5v5, so we're not actually how sure the majority and most of fans are going to react to this change in multiplayer, and we're not even sure that how fans are going to react to the Battle Royale mode. Like, we haven't really gotten any footage at all of the Battle Royale mode, and not even that much information. I'm not even sure if they have a confirmed number at this point of how many people are going to be in the one Battle Royale game, one Blackout match, because we haven't really heard that much at all. I mean, we have no Blackout footage, and even at E3, there was actually nothing at E3 for Black Ops 4. The only thing that happened was the Black Ops 3 scandal I'm going to get to in a minute with the DLC 6 thing and the remastered maps. That was the only thing from Call of Duty really at E3. I mean, they had some other live streams on the side and stuff, zombie stuff. For multiplayer and Blackout, there was honestly not that much at all to take from it. So what I'm getting at here is Treyarch made this multiplayer that's very team-based, right? So the community, the COD community, everyone knows the COD community to be very toxic, very volatile towards like everything, messing your teammates up as much as they can. And Treyarch made this team-based multiplayer, so we're not even, or like the whole community isn't even sure on how everybody is going to play, react, and that goes for Blackout as well. It can be very, very shitty. But if anybody can pull out something like this, a Call of Duty Battle Royale, the only people in the Call of Duty making franchise at the moment, I'm going to put my money on Treyarch, because they always bring the best out of Call of Duty, and if they can pull this Blackout mode off, it's going to be them, and Battle Royale is going to be done right by Treyarch. I would not at all be excited to see something from Infinity Ward, the new Infinity Ward from before, after their two games, Infinite Warfare and Ghost. But what I'm saying is here, they're not too sure how the Call of Duty community is going to adapt or even like this. I mean, I'm already hooked on the multiplayer, Battle Royale, I'm hooked, but I want to see gameplay first. But if this doesn't go well for the Call of Duty community, in some way, somehow, it doesn't go well, no one likes the multiplayer, no one likes Battle Royale, it's very shitty, the zombies is okay, but the zombies community, they're like liking their own stuff. They shouldn't be trying out these new Black Ops passes at this time, because this is a very crucial time for Call of Duty to come out. I mean, we have Fortnite taking over the entire world, and then we have Battlefield 5 coming out. We have Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, you got to keep in mind the last Rockstar game that came out with their game was back in 2013, I believe, with Grand Theft Auto 5. That was like what, in the top 5 games of all time. They made billions off of that game. It's a huge game. It's still popular to this day, and now they have another game coming out with Battlefield 5 free content. Black Ops 4 has a season pass once again, so they shouldn't really be testing out new ways to do the season pass, more money scandals to pull off with the community. They should not be doing this at this time in the Call of Duty franchise. I can see a year where like barely any games are coming out, and Call of Duty is really the only game that's really in the market for like the top selling game. But we have really high competition this year, and this is not a good time to be pulling these stunts off with the Black Ops Pass and all this stuff like that. And honestly, from a business standpoint and a business move, it's probably good, because I'm still buying the Black Ops Pass. I bet a lot of you guys are, but there's still a lot of people out there who aren't buying it. But people know it's Treyarch. They're going to bring really good stuff, and they're going to buy the Black Ops Pass anyway. And I think Activision knows that themselves. So they're like, hey, we're going to mess these community off. We're going to use them. We're going to like take advantage of them, because they know Treyarch's the best, and we're going to pull out our new DLC model that still costs money with Treyarch. I mean, it makes sense from a business standpoint, but from a consumer standpoint, from gamers, from the community, it is really bad, especially with all of the high competition we have this year. So now that was that, and I want to talk about one final thing before I wrap up this video, and it's about the DLC 6 scandal with Black Ops 3. It's just so messed up, and just talking about it just makes me laugh, because it's like the most stupidest thing to ever do. I mean, who thought this was a good idea to make you get 4 remastered maps: Jungle, Summit, Slums, and what was the other one? Firing Range. Those 4 remastered maps, totally new graphics, and built in with the Black Ops 3 movement system. Who thought it was a good idea to put those maps behind a pre-order only for PlayStation 4 digitally? It just sounds so messed up in so many different ways, and it just shows you how bad Activision are of just like with the community. I mean, it's just like they have no connection at all. EA Games is doing everything free, no loot boxes, and I mean, there's guaranteed supply drop weapons, supply drops this year at Black Ops 4, no doubt about it, but this DLC 6 with Black Ops 4, man, I mean not Black Ops 4, but Black Ops 3 is just so messed up in so many different ways, and it doesn't look like that DLC 6, the 4 remastered maps, aren't coming to Xbox One and PC at all. I mean, maybe in the future down the line it will be, I mean hopefully in a couple weeks from now or a month, it will become a separate DLC on PlayStation where you can get it for like $10, $15, but knowing Activision, they're probably going to make it like $30 for these 4 maps or something like that in that bullshit price. I mean, so many things happened in the past. I mean, if you remember last year with the MWR Verity map pack, they had those 4 maps in there for like what, $30 I think it was, or something like that. But I remember it was some kind of bullshit price they had, and they had like 10 supply drops to make you feel a little bit better about buying this overpriced 10-year-old DLC. And it's just so messed up. And I can't believe, because I was gonna get Black Ops 4 on the on GameStop, and I was like, damn, I was like thinking to myself a minute, should I get this on my PlayStation 4 for $60, not $60, but for like, I mean, you can get it for $60, but for like a $100 version on the PS4, I was like, no, I want to get the GameStop Steelbook Edition and all that stuff. But it's just like so messed up on how it's on PS4 only. I mean, they never pulled this stuff in the past, because I was a PlayStation 3 player back in the day with an Xbox and was getting the free deal, not free DLC, but the DLC a month early back in the day with Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And it sucked. Waiting a month for DLC, it sucked. And now it still goes on today. But now, after this stunt, they never pulled something like this back in the day where they had DLC only, remastered maps only for Xbox or anything like that. But now they're pulling this stuff with PlayStation, and it's just so scummy to see a game company do this. Like, I don't know what other company would do something like this. Only Activision. That's just so sad to see, and I don't see it getting any better, honestly. I don't know if they're going to change it, but it did spark some mainstream media to take account of this, because Kotaku made an article about the Black Ops fans outraging over the Black Ops Pass scandal that they're doing and stuff like that. So go check out that Kotaku article. But I'm just letting you guys know that mainstream people out there like Kotaku and people like that are taking note of this, making articles. So Activision is seeing all of it. I mean, you go on the PlayStation Twitter and they posted a new Black Ops 3 DLC. Oh, go pre-order on the PS4 store digitally and get this free DLC. And literally every reply in there is like, no thanks, this is bullshit, money ripoff, scandals, so unbelievable, and it's just all hate. Same thing with the Treyarch page, but it's not Treyarch at all, it's Activision. Activision are the people who are doing this, calling the shots. I'm not sure if Treyarch actually wanted to do this DLC 6 in Black Ops 3 with PS4 only, but most likely, once again, it's with Activision. I mean, it's always going down to the big heads at Activision, and it really sucks because we're just being held back. I mean, I heard this somewhere. I believe it was Drifter's video, or it might have been somebody else, but everyone or some person was talking about the scandals they were doing and stuff like that. It was a little while ago, but they said it's like an abusive relationship, and that is exactly what this is. It is exactly what this is. This whole situation with Call of Duty for the last couple of years is an abusive relationship. For example, you go in the Black Ops 4, all excited, it's going to be a good year, it's going to be fun, boom! Slapped right in the face by Activision with some money scam, Black Ops paid DLC pass that you're getting ripped off for, or maybe it's the DLC 6 for 4 maps you have to pre-order a whole game to get access to, and it's not even out for different consoles, only for PlayStation, and you can't even go into GameStop and get a PlayStation copy of Black Ops 4 and get the remastered maps. You have to get it off of PlayStation, and that's a huge slap in the face to everybody who gets it at GameStop. I'm going to get it at GameStop. It's slap in the face to Xbox users, and with the whole Black Ops Pass scandal of being paid for DLC in the year 2018, it's a huge boom slap in the face by Activision to the entire community, because the entire community wants to go to Call of Duty to give it a nice warm hug, but then boom, before you get to give it a hug, it just slaps you right in the face. And it's just like an abusive relationship, guys, and it sucks, it really does, to see this happen every year. And honestly, I'm not surprised anymore. I don't know what they're gonna pull during Black Ops 4's life cycle, but if they're doing this stuff right now, this crazy stuff right now, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen during Black Ops 4's life cycle. I mean, it can be the best Call of Duty in the world, but then money, greed can just ruin the entire game. We've seen it happen before, and it's just so sad to see anymore, guys. But it's an abusive relationship. Activision just slaps everybody in the face, and it's very sad to see. And yeah, so that's gonna wrap up today's commentary, guys. I mean, I love doing these discussion type of videos. I haven't did one of these in a while. And you know what? I think I'm going to make this a new playlist, a new thing, a new series we're going to do. And this is episode 1, starting off with Call of Duty's Black Ops 4 Black Ops Pass. So we're going to see what else is going to happen. More discussion videos should be on the way. I'm not going to do them a lot. Maybe once in a while I'll upload a discussion video, but it's going to start this off right here, guys. And that's just going to wrap up today's video about this whole Black Ops Pass, DLC 6 scandal, and just Call of Duty in general, the state it's in. I mean, it outsells every game, triple times every game. It outsells every year Call of Duty, but then they just have these money scandals that just slap you right in the face. I mean, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Call of Duty has nice, crisp gameplay, but every year, man, you just get slapped in the face by stupid Activision, stupid greed. It's just so stupid anymore, and it's not surprising to me, to you guys, it's probably not surprising anymore, and it just sucks to see this community to get slapped in the face so many times. And when is this relationship, this abusive relationship, going to end? When will Activision go to rehab or something, man, to end this? Because it's honestly so annoying to see anymore, guys. But yeah, I'm going to let this gameplay finish out because I got knocked back to first place in Sticks and Stones in Black Ops 3, and I actually won this game, came back to first place at the very end with 15 seconds, and it's really crazy. So watch the rest of this gameplay, hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think about it, subscribe for more videos, Call of Duty videos, other games. Last of Us Part 2 is coming out soon, Division 2, those games look amazing. Follow me on Twitter, we can have a conversation on there in the comments. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out, everybody.
Confirm and kill. We're in the last seconds. Bring this home. Overwatch can I have. This is the future of armed conflict. EKIA. You won't escape the coming storm.